Hey guys, today we are in Belgium and we came to a small village in the countryside called Watu, and we're here to check out St.Bernardus. We're here at the brewery and we're going to check out the brewery tour, their own restaurant and also their guest house. Join me while we explore some of Belgium's best. In the heart of West Flanders, surrounded by endless fields and a quiet rhythm of life, stands a brewery whose reputation has crossed continents, St.Bernardus. For decades, it has been crafting beers that have become benchmarks for Belgian brewing, a standard of quality recognized by enthusiasts around the world. But being here in person reveals something a bottle cannot tell you. This is a place built on heritage, on traditions, passed from one brewer's hands to the next, in a dedication to perfecting every step from grain to glass. On my visit, I explored the brewery in full, seeing the brewing process up close, learning the stories behind the recipes, and meeting the spaces where these beers come to life. At Bar Bernard, I enjoyed pairings that elevated both food and beer, while from the Rooftop Terrace, I watched the sun set over the Flemish countryside in a warm, golden glow. And when night came, I stayed at the guesthouse, a peaceful retreat that lets the day's flavors and stories linger into the next morning. This is the St. Bernardus experience, and today I want to take you inside it. Okay, let's begin the brewery tour. Let's do this. There's like a whole wall dedicated to the history of St. Bernardus. You can hear the story from beginning to where they are now. The story starts here in France, in West Flanders, where monks went to Belgium because for tax reasons or for safety, and they built their own monastery here, which is now called the St. Sixtus, which is famous for West Flanders. In order to maintain their livelihood, they started brewing beer. So after this one was established, around 70 years later, another group of monks left and started their own cheese-making factory that you can see here. So this St. Bernardus actually started off as a cheese-making factory. Now this is an interesting fact. In 1962, the Commercial Court of Ghent reprimanded a brewery in Veltem, a little town in Belgium, for using the word Trappist even though they were not allowed to. In Belgium, if you really want to label yourself as a Trappist beer, it needs to be made and supervised by the monks. So after this fact, St. Bernardus also doesn't use the word Trappist anymore, but just St. Sixtus Abbey. Or shorter, just Sixtus. So that's why you can see it here. St. Sixtus Abbey and then here Sixtus. 1992 was a horrible year for St. Bernardus because the monks from the St. Sixtus Abbey decided to produce their own beers in-house again, which means the contract with St. Bernardus ended and they no longer could use the label Authentic Trappist Product. So now that St. Bernardus no longer has their status, no longer is seen as an authentic product, their sales went all the way down. It was looking very bleak for St. Bernardus, but then in 1998 this guy, Hans, he bought the brewery and he has been the owner ever since, and he poured a lot of money into St. Bernardus. So under his guidance they said they had to start innovating and investing and expand, and because of him this beer came to life, the Watu Triple, which was originally meant for the French market. And then later on 2 other people joined his team. So there's Marco and Julie, which is his daughter, and they are pretty much now the faces of the brewery, and he's the owner. Because of all the investment done into the brewery, he was able to expand and really go global, because St. Bernardus is now a beer you can buy in more than 80 countries. You can buy it in Tokyo, you can buy it in Asia, you can buy it in Latin America, it's everywhere now. Even in Tokyo they opened their own team bar, so even in Tokyo you can find St. Bernardus with their own bar, a Belgian bar in the heart of Japan. How cool is that? This was the brewery in 2009, still looking humble there. It's already growing, but it's looking humble. Now it's just a beast, now it's just enormous. Here it says story to be continued, curious to see what will come next. And then they can start filling up this whole wall here. That has no history yet, so let's see what happens there. Okay, let's go into the next room, the Hall of Fame. And here we have their most famous beers. Here's the Up 12. This is a classic. Here's the Up 12. This is a classic. This is so good. It's a dark beer, quadruple style, 10%, and it's good to pair with chocolate or blue cheeses, it says. and won an award. The next one is the triple. So that triple is a strong triple style beer. Here it says high yeast, 8%, and it's good to heat with birds or other kind of dog meat. Also fish. Also won some award. Oh, there we go. This one is good. And here we have a white beer. This is the newest edition. It's been here since 2002. Recipe dates back from 2002. This one is 5%. And it's good to pair with risotto, seafood, or other kind of fish, mussels, or salads. The wit beer. 1946, so basically the Second World War ended, and over here in Belgium they were like, okay, now it's time to make some delicious beer. And then 1 year later, St.Bernardus Up 12 was born. Wow, this is for the real soldiers out there, 6 liters. Your heavenly nectar within reach. Oh hell yeah. Can you finish a bottle like this? Let me know in the comments. Look, they even got Van Gogh here. Netherlands. Nowadays they also sell canned beer. This is great for those young people who like to go to the park and quickly crack one open. But look at the design here of this one, the wit one, and also the Belgian white ale. Oh my god, so good looking. Whoever designed these deserve their own reward. And here we got some seasonal beers. So the extra 4 is for the summer. It's a very fresh beer. I might try that later. And here's the Christmas ale that you can drink during Christmas. And what we got over here, fun fact, every 1 in 1,000 bottles of St.Bernardus has a winking monk. So if you are in the store, you see St.Bernardus, check if he's winking, if the monk is winking or not, because that means that you got a 1 in 1,000 bottle. A genius marketing trick if you ask me. Very nice. Okay, so not just the Abt 12, the Abt 12 comes from 1946, but this Prior 8 and this Pater 6 also come from 1946. So I'm for real when I say that after the Second World War ended, here in Belgium, they were thinking of all kinds of great recipes for their beer. Now the lights went off. Oh shit. What is this freaky shit? Am I gonna get jump scared now? What will happen here? Freaky.
There are only 2 of us.
Ooh. Peek inside new brewing hall. Okay guys, let's be a peeping Tom. Oh. This is the brewing room. You can see some real tanks over there. You have no idea how hot it is over here. Ooh. Okay, let's get out of the sauna. Where are we now? Okay, let's turn around. Let's go. I feel like I'm in an action movie or something. Good things take time. Great things take even longer. Words of wisdom right there.
Welcome, honored guests. I'm going to tell you how we turn the brew.
Okay, now it's time to go to the bottling plant. Let's see how it's done. Don't try this at home. Now that's a lot of beer. Oh. Here we go, the bottling plant. How cool is this? There's no beers being bottled though. There's no beers being bottled, but it's still very cool to see. See all those St. Bernardus boxes? Let me show you. Because of all the investments, because of their enormous expansion, the St. Bernardus is not a microbrewery anymore. It's quite a big company now, and they produce quite a lot of beers. And this whole bottling plant is a good example of that. Look at the scale. We're in the warehouse, guys. We can see people working. Okay, I think we made it to the end of the brewery tour. Downstairs is the shop. Now let's do some shopping. Let's see what we can buy there. Very excited. So, with my brewery ticket, I also get this discount coupon that I can use to get discount in their official store, which I'm gonna use to buy beer. So, watch me. So they do sell their own St. Bernardus cheese here. So got themselves some other products, some pâté, some rillette. Dude, they sell their own crates here, their own crates of St. Bernardus, with 24 beers of St. Bernardus in them. Oh hell yeah, look at that. Oh hell yeah, just look at that shit. Oh, here they have their Christmas ales. I think I'm gonna get one of those to prepare for this year's Christmas. A gift set. Here they have glasses. Here Wein Stefan from Germany. And here they have a really big glass for all the soldiers. And here they got their own clothing line as well. So here you can go and cycle, get yourself a St. Bernardus clothing set, go cycle, and then you can get wasted on St. Bernardus right after. How genius. Lose the calories before you gain them. Look over here, they got all kinds of drip. Gonna get me a t-shirt like this. I feel like I am 6 years old again and in a toy shop. This is incredible. Now this is what I'm talking about, real crates full of up 12 St. Bernardus. How can I go home without this? But actually, I am going to get a crate, but of a different one that they don't sell in my home country. And I get a whole crate of them. This one here, Pater says, the double. I'm gonna get myself a whole crate of this. That will last me a whole weekend. So in this year, 2025, they have a collab with the Bavarian brewery Wein Stefan, and they make their own beer called Combine, which is only available this year. And it's a very unique one because it's a Belgian beer brewed in German style, which I don't know of any other that do it like that. It's an unfiltered Helles. I will show you later. Okay, let's do some shopping. I'm gonna get myself a Christmas beer, a whole crate of St. Bernardus, and also a glass. I think that should be sufficient. Let's do it. Oh hell yeah, very old school. Now this is that old school shit. So St. Bernardus has their own guest house, and here you have like communal eating rooms here. You got some chilling room here. Wow, you can chill over there. And over here they have an honesty bar with St. Bernardus beer, where you can open, you can get any beer you want. And here you got some chilling room. Wow, how cool. This is where you do the after party. After you get wasted in Bar Bernard, you come down here. So when you go up, you can check in here with a badge. Open the door here. And then this is your room. Look how nice is this. Got a shower here. And then you got this whole guest room for yourself. Isn't it nice? And then over there you have a view. Isn't this nice? Oh. There's the tanks where they make beer. So now we're going to the rooftop bar. Let's see how it is. Wow. This is incredible. Look at the views here from this rooftop bar. Crazy. Wow. Here are hop fields that they use for their beers. This right here is the real Belgian countryside. Oh gosh. I'm such a fan. A real St.Bernardus fan now. This is such a nice setup that they got going on over here. You can just sit here, get yourself a beer, and then you have this view here. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Some hop fields here, and then when I turn my camera around, you get some old Belgian style posters. Incredible. St. Bernardus is a real underdog story where they almost went bankrupt, they almost didn't exist anymore, but then this guy saved the whole company. And now it's booming. Just look at how amazing this whole building is, how amazing the Brewery Tour is, and how amazing this view is. This is really worth coming all the way to Batu for, in my opinion. It's one of the best breweries I have ever been to. And I've been to Guinness, I've been to Heineken Experience, I've been to all of those big ones. But this one is one of my favorites. Highly recommend it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that St. Bernardus is actually the original recipe for the West-Vlaanderen beer. So they use the original hops, the original yeast, etc. And West-Vlaanderen actually uses the Westmalle yeast or hops, I believe, one of those two. So this is actually the original recipe that you can get only here at St. Bernardus. Okay, so I got myself a St. Bernardus beer. I got myself the Pater 6, I believe, which is a double. I think I saw that the recipe is also from 1946. Has also been around for quite some time. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, so the taste is very caramelly. Also a lot of dark notes. I think I taste some coriander in here. Probably. The up 12 is still better though, but it's really good still. Okay, and now it's time to eat something. Let's see what they have in the restaurant here, and let's see what kind of amazing beer and food pairings we can make. Let's try it out. Join me. Okay, we're in the restaurant now. Let's see what they have on the menu. Let's order something. Okay, let's check out the menu. So we got some advertisements here. Combine. So here we got the beers. So what I want to try out today is the up 12 Nitro, which I've never seen before. I also want to try out the Bavik Super Pills or maybe something else. Yeah, the Flavas. I've heard about this. This is also a limited edition collab. I want to try this. And also Combine. So the beer that they are doing a collaboration with Wine Stefan with. I want to try that. I am very excited to try out the food here. I want to see how their food pairs with their beers and how amazing it is. I have high expectations. Let's do this. Drink water, boys. Stay hydrated. So here we got Combine. This is the St. Bernardus collab with Wine Stefan from Bavaria, Germany. Unfiltered Helles. Never seen that before. Let's pour it and let's try it out. Okay, let's try it out. Unfiltered Helles. I've been to Bavaria before, drank real Helles, filtered of course. Now this is a Belgian take on it. Let's see how it is. It's still smooth, it's nice, yeah. It's quite good actually. It reminds me of Hofbrauhaus in Munich. It's quite okay. So this is a Belgian take on a German beer, which I don't think I've ever seen before. So what makes this unique is that they do it exactly via the rules that they do in Germany. So that means they're only supposed to use real yeast, water, like 3 ingredients in total. They cannot use any more because it's the Reinheitsgebot. Like it must be in this way, the German way, and they have done it. This is only a beer for this year. So last year, I think they, Wijn and Stefan made their own Belgian style beer. So they're like really working together. It seems like they're doing more with their collaboration. Very exciting. I want to see if they collab more, because these are beers with taste I've never had before. Of course, together with my beer, I ordered a cheese platter. Now this is supposed to be real St.Bernardus cheese. So I'm gonna try it out and see if it lives up to the hype. And of course we got some salami here, some chorizo, some other hams. Let's try it out. I like the beers more than their cheese. Only honest opinions on this channel. I'm too Dutch. I will stick to my Gouda cheese, thanks. So here we have the Flemish stew. Very strong smell. Let's put it on here. This one is made with St.Bernardus beer. So I'm very curious what it will taste like. I also ordered St.Bernardus beer to go along with it. So got a salad here on the side. Let's do it. So here we have it, the St.Bernardus Nitro. Now, does this remind you of a certain beer? I bet it reminds you of Guinness, which also goes like this. So here in Bar Bernard at the St.Bernardus Brewery, they have this St.Bernardus beer in Nitro style. So from what I understand, they have customers in the US that wanted the St.Bernardus beer to be a Nitro style, so they make it in that way. So it's very familiar, like a Guinness. So you can see it settle and go all the way to the top. From what I understand, this should make the taste smoother and also easier to drink, while it still remains as the classic Belgian beer that you're familiar with. I will let this settle, and now I will take a bite of this Flemish stew. Let's do it. Here we go. Made with St.Bernardus beer. This is good. It's very soft lamb meat. A little bit sweet, a little bit sour. Reminds me of goulash. This one you can only find here or in the United States. They don't export this to any other countries. So I feel very lucky that I'm able to try this out. Okay, the St.Bernardus beer is ready. Let's try it out and see if it's really different. It is different. It tastes like a mix between Guinness and St.Bernardus. How strange. Wow. I would buy this if they had this in Netherlands. Approved. Those Americans are onto something. We need more nitro style quadruple beers. This is the ultimate fusion between an Irish stout and a Belgian beer. Let's go back to the guest house now and finish up the day. Okay, so the restaurant and the bar are literally only a 2-minute walk to the guest house, so it's super easy to just drink over there and then go back to your guest house. Now it's because I can actually see what finger he's using, otherwise I would be thinking he's flipping the bird at me, but it's not that serious. See, he is not flipping the bird at you, it's not in the middle finger. Made it back to the guest house now. Even at 10 p.m. I drink cappuccinos because I'm not Italian, so I do what I want. I drink milk with my coffee and I don't care. Okay guys, I just drank my coffee, but I'm a huge caffeine addict, so it's not really hitting me. So I'm gonna get some sleep. It's a long day. We went all the way to the St.Bernardus Brewery with the Brewery Tour. I showed you guys the guest house. Now it's time for some sleep. See you all later. Hey guys, good morning. Now we're going to go downstairs to get some breakfast. It smells so delicious from here. Let's see if it's any good. Wow, they got some nice meats here. Got some fruits, some cheeses. And they got salmon here, serrano ham. Oh, this is a great looking breakfast. Got the bread over there. Approved. I apologize to all the vegans watching my channel. I have disappointed you once again. Okay guys, and I think that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. We went to the St.Bernardus Brewery, did the whole brewery tour. We went to the restaurant and also checked out the guest house. And also had some breakfast in the morning. All in all, I think this is a great experience and definitely worth it to check out. It's kind of out of the way, so you do need a car or need to be really good on the bike in order to get here. But if you do, it's totally worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope to see you all in the next one. Cheers!